Watch any referee at this World Cup closely and you'll notice something strange strapped to their head. A camera. Every single match, all 104 of them, is now being filmed from the referee's own point of view. Not a broadcast camera on a crane, not a drone. The actual official running the game is now a cameraman. And there's AI involved too. So why is FIFA suddenly turning referees into broadcast equipment, and what is the AI actually doing? Let's get into it. First, what this thing actually is. It's called the referee body camera, a small, high-definition camera mounted directly onto the referee's head. It debuted in the opening match of this tournament, worn by Brazilian referee Wilton Sampaio, and it immediately became one of the most talked about visuals of the entire opening week. Instead of watching the game from a high broadcast angle, you're suddenly seeing it from pitch level, right in the middle of the chaos. Players closing space, boots flashing past the ball, all at the speed the referee actually experiences it. Here's where it gets interesting. This isn't FIFA's first attempt. The system was originally tested back at the 2025 Club World Cup, almost like a trial run before the biggest stage in the sport. Fan reaction during that test was strong enough that FIFA decided to roll it out across every single match at this tournament instead of keeping it as a one-off gimmick. So now let's talk about the AI part, because this is where most people get the wrong idea. You'd assume AI on a referee's head means it's helping make calls, analyzing fouls, maybe flagging fouls in real time. It isn't doing any of that. The AI here has one job: keeping the footage watchable. FIFA's tech partner Lenovo built real-time AI stabilization into the system specifically to cut motion blur, and it reduces that blur by up to 50%. This sounds like a small detail. It isn't. Think about what a referee's body actually does for 90 minutes. Sprinting, turning sharply, suddenly stopping, twisting to follow play. Strap a regular camera to that, and you get unwatchable footage, a blurry mess nobody would want to broadcast. The AI is essentially doing the same job a gimbal does on a film set, except it's processing the correction live, frame by frame, in real time, while the referee is still moving. Once that stabilized footage exists, it has to get somewhere fast. The signal travels over a private 5G network straight from the referee's headset to servers FIFA installed at the International Broadcast Center in Dallas. From there, it gets processed and pushed out as live or replay footage in 1080i quality. That's a meaningful amount of infrastructure built around a camera the size of a coin. Now here's an important distinction, because this matters. FIFA has been clear that this referee camera footage isn't part of the officiating system. It's not feeding into VAR. It's not being used to overturn decisions or analyze incidents. That job belongs to a completely separate system, the semi-automated offside technology, with its own stadium cameras and ball sensors. The referee body camera exists purely as a broadcast tool, designed to give fans and broadcasters a new way to experience the match, not to give officials new evidence. So why bother building all this just for a camera angle? Because for decades, broadcasting in football has chased the same idea: bigger cameras, longer lenses, more drones, more replay angles, always from the outside looking in. This flips that completely. Instead of zooming closer to the action from a distance, FIFA put the camera inside the action itself, worn by the one person on the pitch who's never trying to be the story. So here's the takeaway. The AI body camera on referees at this World Cup isn't about replacing human judgment or feeding robots more data to make decisions. It's about giving fans access to a perspective that's existed the entire history of the sport but was never actually shown. What the game looks and feels like from inside the storm, at full speed, through the eyes of the person standing closest to it. Which raises a genuinely interesting question for the rest of the tournament. If this referee's eye view turns out to be more compelling than the traditional broadcast angle, does the classic wide-shot camera setup start to feel outdated for every sport, not just football? You're watching that experiment play out live, 90 minutes at a time. Follow for the next piece of World Cup tech nobody's fully explaining yet.